Yesterday I put up a post saying I was going to upload my second video today, and I woke up this morning then and the videos had been deleted. And ask me how. This video took me probably about 10 days with all the edits and kind of adding subtitles because I don't speak the clearest. But yeah, I woke up this morning and the videos had been deleted. Crazy. Doing these videos is extremely time consuming because I don't speak the clearest and I know I mumble, so I'm trying to add subtitles. And by adding the subtitles, it's like taking me a long length of time, being honest with you. Like this last video took me around 10 days, so to wake up and have it all deleted there from my account. I don't really know how it was done, to being honest with you, but I'll start again anyway. But what I was talking about in the video, I was talking about the family law case and what happened in the 17 months. And basically I was talking about my ex, and I was kind of like, I wasn't mentioning too many names in it, but I was adding kind of documents and I was supporting everything that I'm saying. I'll make another video and I will explain it all again, and it'll show you the misconduct that went on during my case, which is partly kind of the cause of what's going on there now and the social exclusion which is going on. I touched on briefly David Conlan and what it is and my issue with Mr. Conlan. And I know people are going to say it's because he tried to contact your wife. And well, this is part of it because, well, this is up in www.johnhealy.com. This is part of the reason, but there's other issues regarding Mr. Conlan, which I will address because I want to do it to a timeline so I'm not jumping back and forth constantly, which is what's going to be happening. So if I do it to a timeline and then add the supporting documents afterwards, like I intended, what I should have done originally is I should have tried to bring a high court action, is what I should have done, instead of trying to complain about the people of Waterford, in Waterford. You won't get anywhere, trust me. I spoke about briefly about Henry Halligan out in Ballybeg Church and his actions. Tell you what happened there is I sent two private emails to the priest out in Ballybeg Church, and Mr. Conlan was mentioned in these emails. Mr. Halligan decided to print off these emails and give them back to Mr. Conlan and keep them from the priest. Now I found out because I was at the funeral and I was talking to the priest afterwards, and I didn't bring up the emails because I was at the funeral, so I purposely didn't bring them up. But I knew what he was after doing. My mother asked me to leave it, so I did leave it because my mother asked me. A year after that, then my mother passed away, and Mr. Halligan interfered with my mother's funeral arrangements in order to keep my family from talking to the priest to try and cover up his actions, what he had done, even though I had known what he had done. So I contacted the bishop. It took me 11 times to get a response out of the bishop, and I will address all that later on because, as I said, I want to do it through a timeline, and I will address all that, and I'll add the supporting paperwork. I'll start making these videos again. I know it's very time consuming, but I will start again. I'm not deterred. If I have to keep starting again, I'll keep starting again, but I should have taken it through the high courts, realistically, for failure in duty of care. And I don't expect any support. I understand, like, with the kind of Sinn Féin network that's being abused and the local criminals that are involved, like, being involved with corrupt guards, like, I understand all that. And I know it's been spread through local sports clubs, and like recently I've had like many people that I would have tattooed in the past, opportunistic people, contacting me trying to just create aggravation, especially over the last 2 weeks. And then people that kind of, I'll just leave it at that, just opportunistic people. So like I understand what's going on, and I can see what's been done, but there's a reason for this going on. It's because of my first video, what I said in the video, and potentially what I was going to say in the second, third, and fourth video, and add paperwork to support it. That's really what the issue is here. As I said, making the videos, they're very time consuming because I'm adding subtitles because they tend to mumble. Hence the reason I'm trying to speak louder there now and trying to speak more clearer. So I'll probably have to drop the subtitles and speak slower. But I will make the videos. And the videos are not really to get people to kind of like join in a group thing with me. I'll tell you what, the videos, I'm going to give the videos to my daughter when she's old enough to just support everything I'm saying, because I have the paperwork there and I just want to show that I didn't bail out, that it was her mother that. So like I'll make the video over the next couple of days, and I'm not sure about the subtitles, but I'll address it there. And I will get to Henry Halligan, and I will get to David Conlan, who's hiding behind Sinn Féin and the network of Sinn Féin. And this crowd of people that are these cronies of David Conlan. Like, are these an example of the whole of Sinn Féin? Like, I hope not. I really hope not. But like, I don't really know, if I'm being honest with you. I just know the network has been abused in order of protecting one or two people at the heart of this. And like, whether Sinn Féin wants to like deal with this or whether they're not, it's just like tussle. is the same thing. Tussle didn't deal with it. Like what I alleged in the first video, they didn't deny it, they didn't admit it, like very conveniently. So they left me in this grey area. And like in the second video, I was talking about like the whole kind of court fiasco that went down kind of in 2015 up to 2016, and the misconduct that happened, and the prejudicing of my case, and the lies I was told, and like you honestly wouldn't believe this kind of stuff. And this is why there was so much of an effort, if you notice, over the last two and a half weeks, to have people kind of like ringing up complaining about tattoos that they done like a year ago, and like, it's all just a farce, and these people are just opportunistic idiots, if I'm being honest with you. What explains what happened in court is like just crazy, if I'm being honest with you. And it's just going to, I'll give an example of what's really going on in Waterford, and who pulls what strings in Waterford, and who sweeps what under which carpets in Waterford. And we've all know about certain investigations, historic investigations, and we all know what I'm kind of getting at here. And they were swept under the carpet years ago, and I'm telling you now they'll be swept under the carpet again, because the same people that pull strings in the first place to have this covered up are still in power and still in the same place, and they're still in the position to require certain favors from certain people, and this will be done again. And I will make another video, hopefully without the subtitles, and I'll speak more slowly and clearer the next time, and I'll start again. So be it. Thanks.